What's good with you guys? We got another stream. Actually should have got the title for our. We're watching Well Off Media today. The Prime Effect. Coach Prime teaches class at Colorado Day 1 Browns minicamp. So we're going to give our little reaction. We're going to watch it together. And shout out to Coach Prime. Shout out to Bucky. Shout out to the Sanders in general in Colorado. Appreciate y'all. And hey, we ain't going to waste no time. This is a long video. With this stream gonna be at least 2 hours, because you know I'll be pausing and I'll be yapping. So let's get straight to it. Back in the deuce. I like that though.
You know, you had that. You were the man at Colorado, at Jackson State.
Still the man now.
And not right away here. So I'm asking, what's that?
I feel like I was a man. I don't let nobody else dictate how I feel about myself. If you allow that, then you living for the wrong reasons. I know who I am as a person, as an individual, and just being a child of God. So I can't let nobody dictate how I could feel about myself. And if I allow that, then I'm not mentally strong. I gotta be able to be mentally strong in each and every situation that life throws at you.
That's a fact.
How'd your first practice outside here with Con Munker go?
Practice was great today. It's a lot of new energy. It's a lot of great new players we have, and I'm loving what we're doing.
What's your mindset after your rookie season? It seemed like you spent a lot of time in Cleveland working out. Why was it important for you to be here instead of go anywhere else?
Well, for one, he plays for the Cleveland Browns, and that's where he would like to make his mark and get his shot and opportunity to become not just a max quarterback, but show that he can play quarterback at a high level for the Cleveland Browns. So why would he go anywhere else? He doesn't have to. He's a professional athlete. He could speak to local high schools. He could speak to the team. Anybody's going to give him access to a field to practice if he wants. When you have the potential teams, let's say this, the potential of a team's success on your back, you have access to everything. They only take that access away when they don't care about you no more.
Well, this is the most important thing I have to do in my life. I have a house here. I'm comfortable. And I wanted to take everything to the next level within myself. I know it's some things that I wanted to improve, and I took a lot of time to self-reflect and just view a lot of things just from a different perspective, honestly. And I think I covered a lot of ground with that.
Jimmy Haslam mentioned at the owners' meetings that he felt like you really kind of took it to heart what it takes to be a pro in this league.
I ain't gonna front. Young bull in the back look like AJ Terrell, the dude who his brother got drafted yesterday, right? You know what that look is, right? I don't know how to explain it, but them niggas got a bit of the bugginess going on. It's like insectish. That's one of them niggas right there.
And that part of sticking around, you work really hard on things, your body looked different. Does he have that right, that you kind of figured that whole thing out?
What does that mean? Does he have that right? Did
Jimmy Haslam characterize that correctly, that you kind of figured out everything that it takes to be a pro in this league and really put your heart into it?
Well, no, I don't really know know everything at all.
Stupid.
I'm open to learning every day on just different things just in life. I learned how to cut my beard the other day. I try to learn something new every day, because I'm not one that just thinks my way is the best way. So I like to just learn different point of views, different perspective of a lot of things, and just come here with a renewed mindset and just approach life with just a renewed mindset, just about how I view everything.
Shedeur, as everybody sort of matures, as they grow, how do you feel like you've matured the most from this point last year to today in terms of overall, your overall growth?
I think you gotta take stuff day by day. I think you can't look at things as with your goal. I think if you have short-term things you want to accomplish and use your time, extremely important, and knowing what negativity to not let like in your everyday circle, and just everything you do, like everything matters. So I think I just recalibrated my life to view everything as fun. I don't let nobody else dictate
like
how
that.
I feel about myself. If you allow that, then you living for the wrong reasons. I know who I am as a person, as an.
That's low key. Like that's not even like a. What I'm trying to say is this: that's not a unique mindset. That's what a lot of old people used to think, because they didn't grow up in a world where media was everything. A lot of these people who are old now, old in 2026, 40s, 50s, they seen a different world than the people who were in this space when they were 20, 21, 22, and it was the early 2000s or even the 90s. And the reason I bring this up is the modern world we live in right now is so reliant on the opinions of everyone around you, and it's kind of sick. And that's why I love players like this. Like, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be ugly, it's gonna be pretty, but at the end of the day, you still who you are, and you're gonna move with the energy that you've been gifted with from the creator. And at that point, what does people's words, like, if you're not out here harming anybody or doing some evil shit, what do the words of people that have an opinion on you matter? They don't. Not to people that think like, let's say, quote unquote, us, if you will. That shit means nothing to me, to hear a nigga say some shit, and it ain't got nothing to do with the way that I'm moving for real. That's why you gotta love this young man. He really is unique, and I love everything about how he move in this world.
Individual and just being a child of God. So I can't let nobody dictate how I could feel about myself. And if I allow that, then I'm not mentally strong. I gotta be able to be mentally strong in each and every situation that life throws at you. Shedeur.
Well, how'd your first practice outside here with Todd Monk?
Practice was great today. It's a lot of new energy. It's a lot of great new players we have, and
Hold on, my nigga.
I'm loving what we're doing.
We just seen this. This is from a different angle. Okay, hold on. Look at two, man. Oh yeah, let's get that first down.
When I have questions about certain things, I ask them, like, what you think about this? And I just like hearing this perspective of problems that I could have, or the way how I think about things, and just hearing the way how he think of things, and hearing the way how Dylan think of things, and hearing the way Coach think of things. Like, all those things, you just gain other people's perspective to form your own thought and what you want to do. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that everything happened how it happened. I'm thankful that my appreciation for a lot of things is what it is now. I'm thankful that I don't really have to chase. I'm thankful I got a great family. I'm thankful I got to see great people, that I'm able to be inspiration to people, because I mean, like, I think I'm just thankful overall. Like, I don't look at anything as a negative. When you start looking at things as a negative, then that's when you grow spite and hatred, you know, and nothing positive comes out of that. So I view everything as just like, I'm just happy, I'm thankful, I'm blessed, you know. I was in a position to where I can handle everything that comes my way. So now I feel bulletproof.
But was last year?
It's on God's time, you know. We just come in and every day put our deposits in and what we're supposed to do and build towards our craft, but it's not our time. If we thought we had control of anything, then we'll be fools, you know. That's not up to us. It's up to us to approach every day and take advantage of each and every rep and each and every time, even when players aren't, even when we not in, being able to.
Damn, you can't even interrupt him. This nigga's spitting. Why is he spitting like this? This is just a regular post-practice interview, nigga. You out here really giving some spitting right now. Some real game. Fuck.
Take advantage of those reps also. So
Look, this
it's not on our time.
My son, Junior, stand up. Yeah. He does all
We
our
gotta do
social
the
media,
intro.
so
You already know.
all the stuff you've been seeing, that's him.
100 mil I needed, the glory I needed. I took L's but walked around like I was undefeated. I saw no results, I still woke up and chased it. They told me to find myself, instead I wanna find a way.
Everybody got on jury. Even the baby got a little something. We ready now.
Hey, you just got from school? You doing the duck in there?
How you doing?
Good. Oh, you done today. That's it. I see your shoes. You got my shoes on today?
How you doing?
I like the shoes.
I know you do. I know
I'm
you
already
do.
fucked up on these niggas.
You started on them today?
There's a reason why you like them.
Did you do better?
You know what's crazy? Well, not crazy, but respectful. Give me a second. Let me look up her age just for some understanding. So she 80 years old, nigga, and still out here moving. She's still out here giving it to you. And I love that from older people. Cause it's so easy for her to say, let me get in a wheelchair. Or, you know, basically be taken care of. Cause she can afford to. At this point in her life, with the way that her family is set up, she wouldn't have to move a foot again. But she still takes it upon herself to say, I still want to do my shit. You gotta love that, man. My grandma moving like that right now too. As far as like she's still out here trying to be her own human instead of somebody's burden. And it's a beautiful thing to see that.
Did you win best dress today?
Huh?
He said,
You win best dress today?
"Did you win best dressed today?"
No. I don't have to win it because I know I got it.
Ooh.
I be ready every day.
And with some old shit.
Clean every day.
You know I be ready.
You be clean every day. I'm proud of you.
You get up to see me off.
Yeah, I saw you.
Yeah, hey, so I'm Owen Ohms. I'm working on starting an NIL company.
Nigga, what? Is he on his knees right now? Pause. Coach Prime ain't Shaq.
Yeah, hey, so
Nigga. Coach Prime is 6 feet tall, nigga. All right, I'm sorry. It's not worth pausing, but this is a small man. They talk about jockey. This nigga might be smaller than jockey. I don't see him like this too often. It's a bunch of short niggas, cause I'm about 6'4". So when I go into the world, my perception about short is a bit different. All I'm saying is this is next level. Nigga, he's at the top of Coach Brian's belly button. That's a grown ass man too.
I'm Owen Ohms. I'm working on starting an NIL company. I actually just received a $500 grant which is the maximum allowable from the Deming Center.
Okay, never mind.
And
He
I'm
on the
working on
curb.
creating a company, so 90% of the
All right, that saved him. This angle is crazy. The angle is crazy. He off the curb, so he a bit taller. Bro, I thought we had our mans out here. Hey, don't let none of his women see this, because they on, oh man.
total NIL market goes to men's football and basketball, and but 10% goes to all the other sports, 3% goes to women's sports in general. So what my company is doing is it's essentially connecting specifically female athletes with local families. And if you look at like viewership, right, the amount of pay that goes to men's football, basketball makes sense, right? They generate revenue for the college. And I completely understand it to a certain extent.
I think the need is to focus on women's sports. Men's sports are good.
Yeah.
He coming out here with this push women shit. The difference is this, brother. Female sports could easily be taken care of if women went to go support it. But the average woman don't give a fuck about sports alone. They do care about entertainment. If you think men are entertainment hungry, wait till you see a woman. If she cut on a WNBA game and she's used to watching LeBron James, she might fall asleep. If you want to impact the way that women get paid, because they spend money. If you got some food, they gonna buy your fucking food. They keep buying trips. They keep buying bullshit, right? Encourage them to support the women that play basketball or fucking flag football or whatever the fuck other sports they're trying to generate women's money for. Because the only men that are going are trying to see some ass bounce up and down and jiggle. Let's be real. These niggas just going, they showed you the crowd of the WNBA games is old men. You know what, them old men there seeing some fine women? Actually, not even that, because most of them are gay and average at best a lot of the times. That's no shade to them. They ain't got a bunch of Shelamai Sanders. That's a beautiful woman, to me at least. But even when they do be cute, they be gay. So a lot of the average men ain't interested in that. Why am I gonna watch a barely attractive gay woman play basketball at a tenth of what LeBron James can? It doesn't make sense for my time allocation. In this world, everything is fighting for our attention. Niggas, I'm not trying to say this, but I gotta say it. Niggas would rather go watch porn or goon than cut on the WNBA game. How I felt watching the Lakers play yesterday, even though they lost, I was like, damn, I got a Lakers game on this time. Making time. Hey, at this time, I'm watching this right now. That's 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Why would a nigga clear up 2.5 hours of his day to watch a woman play basketball or a sport? And she's gay. And the gay is not a factor. The factor is that a lot of men have interest in things they feel like they have a chance with, even if they don't. That's why OnlyFans is popping off. All these niggas really, it could be me one day, even though it never will be. But when they gay, that's really just cutting you off completely. And then there's entertainment, all this other shit. So not to yap too long, I'm just saying that we really got to put this narrative in its proper context. You cannot help female sports without women jumping on the bandwagon. No man is going to be stupid enough to say, unless he has an investment of time or a woman that's involved with it, to say, yeah, let's watch these female sports right now. Absolutely not. If they had a female football league, would I rather watch female Derrick Henry or Derrick Henry? You know what separates them? Derrick Henry is way bigger, stronger, faster. Female Derrick Henry ass is bouncing up and down. We just have to start being honest.
No, they are good, but women's are not.
That's right. So that should be the focus. It shouldn't be the smaller percentage there. Your focus should be the larger percentage there, because there's not enough people helping the women right now.
And that's what we're aiming to do.
He got a class right now.
How's it going?
How are you?
Let me preface this, and then we gonna watch for a minute till we got something else to comment on. As a consumer, and I'm gonna say this again, everything is fighting for your time. That's why they got ads in every single part of our world. Nigga, you can't do anything without watching an ad. Every part of they got ads on the streets. They got ads on your phone. They got ads on your TV. Nigga, they got ads in your video games now. They got ads on your DoorDash. There's ads in every form of reality now, because they're all just fighting for your time. So in order for you to have something fight for your time, it has to be worth fighting for your time. That's where female sports don't really fit in. We can't sit there and make the emotional argument about support. It's always going to come down to the raw human need for dopamine and endorphins. And hey, watching that bitch miss a layup really ain't doing it for me other than the laugh factor.
All right. See you. All right. Good. How's everyone?
So in this class, we talked. Professor Prime came, and after, where we saw sudden revenue increases, we saw money coming in during football, and that's when people talk about the Prime effect. That's what they talk about. What I usually want to talk about is this. Between 2022 and 2025, this historically lily white campus has slowly started to diversify. And as we've talked about that, it has to do not just with one person showing up, but the media coverage and people being able to see people like them in this place makes this place a destination, as opposed to that white place. And just to kind of put this in perspective,
that white place, that, hey, if we watched the NFL draft, it seemed like niggas would love that, wouldn't they? I'm not tripping, right? For the people to just be watching, look, I'm going to get you through your day. We can go talk about some real shit. If you watch the NFL draft, all we seen was white women on black niggas' hips. So, I don't know how they wasn't coming to this school before. I mean, let me take that back. I forgot the other schools got the same shit. I'm sorry. I'm just yapping at that point. All the other nice schools got a bunch of white girls there too. I'm sorry. Sorry for my outburst.
I've heard you say that, oh, it only went up part of a percentage point or something, but the part I wanted to make sure you heard was, I've been here since 2008, and I watched this university spend a lot of money trying to do exactly what happened in a short amount of time here. And so all of a sudden, that part changed. So for us, these media images matter, these personas, all of them. So just to set up some of the things that we might want to talk about, because apologies to Professor Prime, but my students are so young, they have not seen enough great things. We have talked about the invention of primetime. They've seen your videos and your interviews where you talked about the dorm room and you talked about coming up with that identity.
Good.
We've talked about intersections of pop culture and how the culture, the contracts, all of those pieces went together. What we might want to touch on this time is the difference between primetime Atlanta, which was a particular set of time, but also an explosion of culture and identity and discussion. Primetime San Francisco in 1994. In other words, one of the things we've talked about is when an athlete stands in front of a camera, they have to represent a team, a league, where they're from, who they're trying to be, all of these things all together at the same time. It's a lot of identity pressure on that. And so one of the things we want to talk about is how primetime Atlanta is a little bit different than primetime San Francisco, because those organizations, the community, who we're talking to is different. Primetime Dallas, which was a pinnacle 5 years of lots of cultural explosion. There were also primetime Washington, which a lot of people forget about, but primetime Baltimore is the one they remember, which is kind of interesting.
Hey, I forgot all about Washington. I'm glad he put that out there. I'm one of those people. If you got a prime Washington jersey, hey, you tapped in for real.
Of return. Past prime time, we also had Prime, the broadcasting element. And of course, on this campus, we know him as Coach Prime, unless he's in this room where you refer to him as Professor Prime, because of the identities that are intersecting and working with it. I do also want to point out that in this room, the Prime social media presence is actually a number of people. It's a team. One of those members is here. Bucky is filming and showing us all the great things that he does. He has
Shout out to
his
Bucky,
well-off
man.
channels.
Well
that
off.
part of the brand. Of course, Darius has a different version of the brand. And of course, Uncle Neely brings in content. And you heard John Snelson talk about how CU football interacts with all of those different moments. But that's just by way of setting up to talking about this brand, this identity, and this intersection, but also lots of freedom for you to talk about what you want. But first, I just wanted to say, welcome back to class.
Thank you. You're seeing those numbers, and we didn't win. Imagine what those numbers are going to look like after we kick butt this season. They're going to be tremendous, and they're going to just spike tremendously, and that's what we're looking for. And
you know what? That's very important because people were talking about him getting fired and he won't be there for long. And it's like, are you stupid? One thing that matters more than winning to a lot of these people, money. And even through losing seasons, he's generated an extreme amount of money. I think he'll be there as long as he decides he wants to be there.
we understand a lot of people eat because of the success. A lot of people have opportunities because of the success. Even Junior grabbing someone out of this class that travels with him and does a wonderful thing for Well Off Media now, that has been hired because of what we generate around here. But we absolutely love it. We love the school, we love the campus, we love the classes, we love everything about it.
But could you talk about how Atlanta was different than your college environment?
Atlanta was chosen. Most they got the draft coming up, right? I'm still angry about the last year draft, so I'm not even watching. So they got the draft coming up, and I can remember thinking about the cities. Dallas had the first pick, which back then we were businessmen as well as football players. So being smart means I want the quarterback to go first. Why do you want the quarterback to go first? Because he's going to set the curve with the money. No one makes more than the quarterback. So you want the quarterbacks to go first so they can set the curve. If a lineman goes first, everybody's down. Defensive back, everybody's down. Quarterback goes first, he sets the curve. So we're hoping Troy Aikman was going first out of UCLA. Next, I think it was Green Bay had the number 2 pick. Prime, Green Bay, that don't mix. That wouldn't happen. I was gonna make sure that wasn't gonna happen, okay? Number 3 was Detroit. I'm from Florida. That wasn't gonna happen, okay? Number 4 was Kansas City. Didn't like Kansas City, didn't even know what Kansas City was. That was not gonna happen. Thank God I had leverage. I played this game called baseball, and I was playing Major League Baseball at the time, so I leveraged that saying, if you draft me, I will not come. I'm going to play baseball, so don't draft me. Because I wanted to be drafted by Atlanta when I was a senior at Florida.
You know what? That changed a lot of what we see today. His gall, his confidence, and his ability put him in a situation where they said, we don't want a nigga to ever do that to us again. And the specifics on nigga. And that's why they did his son dirty. That's why they did the other son dirty. They couldn't wait for him to throw a punch. As soon as that arm was winding down or winding up, they seen it was slow motion for them. For us, quick punch. Hit boy all in the jaw. Or the helmet, that is. For the people that hate and want him to suffer, slow motion. And they were screaming yes the whole time. Got Shiloh the fuck out of there. You gotta understand, he is one of a kind from that regard, but he also did put it in the game where you can't another human do that. Not at all. Not at all.
Florida State, we went to this All-American function, and it blew my mind. Landing in Atlanta, seeing all the African Americans in the airport, going to the hospital, that was one of the deeds we had to do. I seen black doctors for the first time in my life. I seen black policemen, lawyers, attorneys. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. And it just blew my mind. So I made up my mind on that visit, which was my junior year, I'm going to Atlanta. And then when it fell into place like it did draft-wise, this is the place I want to go. So we lobbied and made sure. So the 5th pick of the NFL draft, Atlanta Falcons choose. Amen. Because I was a little ignorant. I was a little adolescent. I was a little more abrasive, not polished, straight hood. Straight hood. Neck full of gold, neck full of jewelry. Have you seen the pictures? Why did I wear the jewelry? Anybody know? Because I wanted to stunt like my son, like what I got on today. I think I got on a little something today. Good. Yeah, I got on a little something today. Why did I wear the jewelry? I wore the jewelry because in my hometown, I grew up, it was 2 opportunities. To go to Job Corps. I don't know if you ever heard of Job Corps. Older people my generation, you guys heard of Job Corps, which you pretty much go to high school, you go to this place, you learn a trade. Go to the military, or you go to jail for selling drugs. That was the option. I wasn't going to Job Corps. Never seen the true success story. Wasn't going to the military. My uncle was a sergeant. I didn't like that. I didn't like the thought process of me being young and vibrant and somebody telling me what to do every day. I didn't like that, although I later understood that's coaching. That's all they're doing is coaching. So I didn't like those possibilities. And I wore that because I wanted to portray you can do well and not sell drugs and have a life for yourself and do it right and go to college. Because that's what I did.
That's really nice. But it looks like niggas took that and twisted it the wrong way. Because they still want to sell drugs and they still want to portray gang members and they still want to portray tough. They don't want to portray that good message. And that's why I love Shedeur. Shedeur out here with the ice. Shedeur got the change to watch. He don't talk about no gang shit. He don't talk about no evil shit. He don't talk about no shooting niggas. He just lived life. Try to be a decent man. What more could you really ask for him? A decent man and a great quarterback. Come on now.
In my life, I never drank, never tasted alcohol in my life. I stopped using profanity when I was 17, 18 years old on the campus of Florida State University. So I got a big willpower. Like if I don't want to do something, I ain't doing it. The reason I ain't doing it, my father was an alcoholic. My stepfather was an alcoholic. Biological father was a drug addict. So I saw how that curtailed their lives and what they wanted out of life. And I was not going to be that whatsoever. I got my work ethic from my mother. She worked 2 jobs, trying so the ends could see one another, although they never met. She never saw me play ball in high school. My mama never saw me play ball. Now I'm Himothy. Like I'm all-state in football, playing quarterback. I'm all-state in basketball, averaging 24.6 before the threes were implemented. And I get drafted by Kansas City Royals in baseball. So what can't I do? But after the game, after I'm dropping 30 and 40, and I look over, there ain't nobody there. After the football game, ain't nobody there. After the baseball game, I remember one time I hit for the cycle. I ain't even know what the cycle was. Any baseball players in here? Yeah. That means a home run, a triple, a double, a single, and I stole three or four stolen bases because I just felt like it. And I never slid in high school. Never slid. I just run and stop. Wouldn't slide. Why would I slide? The ball ain't there. Like, never slid. Never slid. So, you know, accomplishing all that stuff and ain't have nobody there to a good job. I just went home. So that created kind of like that image. My homeboy who played all 3 sports with me named Richard Fain, he just came up to watch the spring game. He gave me the nickname Prime Time. I think I dropped 36 that night, had a couple dunks back to back. And he said, man, you know what, man, you Prime Time. I said, you're right. You're right. And that's been my boy to this day. He's still my boy. He went to play pro ball as well. And that's kind of was the journey throughout high school And going into that draft, wanted to go to Atlanta because I knew Atlanta was dominated by African Americans and they would understand me because I was still rough around the edges. And I was still a little ignorant, a little, a little brash because of where I came from and how I came. And I had this persona that I had to build to protect me because nobody came to see me. You didn't even know me. You didn't really like me because you never got to know me. You just judged me, and you never knew I never smoked, drank, used profanity. I was pretty much a good guy, still am. But you judged me because of the way I looked, because of the jury, because of the brightness, because of the flair of the dramatic, because of the press conferences, because of the high stepping when I played. You judged me based on those things that you probably hadn't seen. And we're quick to judge things that we're unfamiliar with. So that lands me in Atlanta, and I'm happy, I'm elated because I got my wish and they understood me in that wonderful city. It just so happens I was released from the Yankees, picked up by the Braves. Now I'm playing 2 sports in the same city, which is like, God, thank you. Like, I get to do this at home. This is what I've been doing all my life, so it's nothing new to me. But now I at least get to do it at home and stay in the same home and raise my child in the same vein, his older sister.
Of that original model of primetime happens in Atlanta, but you didn't stay there for your whole career.
No, it just so happens you get traded, you get released, those things happen in the professional career. It's almost like a job. You get terminated, you get let go. It's up under new management and they want new people, and that's going to happen in your lives where suddenly you're going to have to relocate, you're going to have to get your game back together and let's go. But the game never left. It never left. So I was happy and excited and elated to go to a team which I knew was like on the brink of being really good. They just didn't have the confidence to beat this other team called the Dallas Cowboys. They didn't have the confidence or that dog in them to get past that big hurdle, because that was a huge hurdle. The Cowboys had, at that point in time, they won 2 Super Bowls back to back, on their way to their 3rd Super Bowl. And they probably would have got it, but we had other plans. We had other plans. But a whole different city, going from the chocolate city to San Francisco, going from that type of locker room where these are my guys. We kind of came up together to a whole new locker room with established young men that were phenomenal, great players, but they didn't know how to have fun. We had a lot of fun in Atlanta. They didn't know how to have fun. They just went to work, checked in. I did that. I keep thinking y'all are older. I'm sorry. But I do that. It's like the punch card.
Right. Well, I can remember you and Jerry Rice approaching that Super Bowl very differently.
Well, it was a lie. It was lies told.
Okay.
Yeah, it was lies. We were getting ready to play Super Bowl week. And, you get there probably Monday, press conferences, you do your thing. The pro day, Tuesdays you're off. Wednesday you go back to work, Thursday you work, Friday light day, Saturday some bull jives, Sunday you play. That's pretty much the schedule. And I think it was Wednesday. And a lot of the guys didn't make it back for curfew on the Wednesday. So a few of the leaders on the team got up and went off and ridiculed the guys and just went at them. And I'm looking at this stuff and I'm laughing. And it's like, what you laughing for? I said, man, we gonna beat these dudes to death. We playing the San Diego Chargers. We're gonna beat these dudes to death. If it was Wednesday and we were in San Francisco, would we have curfew? No. Why we got curfew now? I said, I ain't tripping. I was in. I ain't even go out. I was in. But don't trip on the team. Like, we good. We together. And, one of the players took offense to that. But I was telling the truth. And we beat them to death. But it came out later on that we had a riff, and we wasn't never face to face. Because if I'm getting face to face, I'm swinging. I ain't got time for all that. I'm a Florida boy. I'm quick tempered. I am not finna do all that. I ain't doing all that. I ain't got time for all that. So it never got to that point.
I'm sure you've heard us recently said in some of the documentaries that have been released that he wished he had enjoyed it more, that he had lightened up.
Yeah. They didn't enjoy it. They were so intense, and work can't be all work. Work has to be fun. Life has to be fun. Your journey has to be fun. You're gonna learn, and you're gonna go through your trials and tribulations. Right now, you're dealing with breakups. You know, you're dealing with you wasn't able to get in that class, and you tripping, and you call your parents, you can't get them on the phone. You mad because they ain't pick up right away. You're dealing with trivial stuff. You're not dealing with real life stuff. You're dealing with petty stuff. You know. Then we claim mental health, and it ain't mental health. It's you. I'm gonna say that again. It's you. You know why I know it's you? Because
Hey, the victims don't want to hear that. Even living in the hood with little to nothing, I used to be stuck in that mental health shit. Then I realized, I mean, you can get down on yourself, but you have to realize this shit has to be temporary or else you won't move. In order for you to be who you need to be, you can't sit there in a fucking funk in a cloud. Unless you don't give a fuck. That's different though, but you need to say that. It can't just be all mental health. You need to go ahead and throw your little piece in there too. Like if you care a lot and you fucked up in the head, then we can work with that. Because you're willing to try to not be fucked up in the head. If you don't give a fuck and you fucked up in the head, yeah, we need to address that first. Because let's say this as a man, right? We all know that soon as something goes wrong in a man's life, he already thinking about blowing his brains out. We just seen Rondell Moore do it. We didn't see many of other men do it. That's the go-to. Jumping off fucking bridges, jumping off buildings and shit. The most gruesome shit you could think of. Niggas want to jump in front of trains and shit. Niggas be fucked up in the head. So I'm speaking like this. What he telling you is, it's you. And the further you look within yourself, you realize, like, what am I tripping for real? Like, am I that stuck? Am I that fucked up in the head where I'm just like, bro, I'm fucked up, I'm stuck. Niggas give up, bro. But I'm here to tell you, there's another way. But if you want to give up and you really just don't like give a fuck about it, like that's understandable. This life is really a choice for real. And if you don't want to participate in it anymore based on how you feel, that's why I don't feel the way I used to about it. But what I'm saying is niggas be feeling like that, bro. Like they tired of life. Niggas want to sign out. I get that. But if you somebody that's like, you're not really like on that type time and like you just kind of feel like you want to, it's time to start battling back the other way. And you got to really look at yourself. Like if you want to get better and you just don't really know how to, it's time to start reaching out too. People will help you. Don't think they won't. Don't talk to no women about it though. You got to talk to like your mans. Don't feel weird about it. Talk to your mans. But the women will turn your suffering into something about themselves. The average woman, if you got, a grandma, aunt, or mom, or a girl that's like genuinely like a kind spirit that gives a fuck, that's different. But a majority is gonna turn your pain into their pain, and it's like, come on, bitch, I ain't hit you up for that.
Because when everything going good, you ain't. Oh man, mentally I'm really healthy right now. I've never heard nobody say that. When it's going really, really good. But when it goes bad, you blame something. You want to blame something. And this generation is better than that. Like you guys are smarter, more intelligent, more insightful. Like you traveled and visited more places. You're having opportunities that we would never been afforded. And you complain too darn much. Like quit tripping. Like I'm serious. Quit tripping and man up, woman up. Do the doggone thing. And tell your parents you love them. Tell them you care about them. They have sacrificed their butts off for you, and you don't appreciate it. You know when you appreciate it? When you get that little Tommy, a little Dion Jr., and you see how they act. Thank God that I tried my best to pour into them and raise them right. And I think I got.
That's one part of it. Becoming a parent does make you think and appreciate that shit more. But it's not just that. Don't wait till your parents are dead to start trying to appreciate them. If you have a decent connection, whether it's your dad and you're not really emotionally vocal, or it's your mom, you don't really share any affection, or your brothers or sisters, don't wait till people die to be like, I wish. It's always that. It always takes someone to pass away. You don't have access to be like, oh, I care so much now. Like, nah. That's why I try to tap in on occasion and really share some shit. And I'm sharing that with y'all right now too. This is a learning stream. And we're gonna kick that good shit. And Coach Prime gonna kick that good shit. And I'm gonna add on top of it.
A good group of kids. Now they all different. And a couple of them are strange. Okay. But I know what to expect from each and every one of them. I know. All you gotta do is tell me what happened and I'll tell you who did it. That's the kind of father I am. And we talk amongst each other, and I don't put myself on their level. I'm not their homie. I'm not their friend. I'm not their dog. I'm their father. I'm their daddy. And I never try to play another role. That's who I am, and that's how I am. Quit trying to be your friends of your parents. You're not their friends. No, you're not. And stop calling your parents by their first name. I wish he would call me Dion. I promise you, he would. Yeah, we'd be going to the hospital together.
That's because Dallas was the next stop.
Yep.
And of course the Cincinnati Reds along the way, and there were some changes that happened, but Dallas was very different.
Dallas was totally different. Dallas was progressive city. Loved it, you know. I loved it because it was like, for business-wise, 3 hours from New York, 3 hours from LA. Like it was centralized, no state tax, cost of living was phenomenal. Like, I didn't buy a home in California. It was crazy. Matter of fact, I think the Oakland Raiders at the time, Oakland, offered me the most money in my free agency, but it was too expensive. I calculated the expenses and the taxes and said, no, I'm not doing that. I'd rather go to Texas. There's no state tax. Cost of living is phenomenal, and it's to me at that point in time is a better place to raise my kids, and that's one of the reasons I chose Dallas, as well as what the team was on. Like, that team was several Florida boys that we knew each other, and I know I didn't have to go and be anyone else but me. Not that I was going to be anyone else but me, but they welcomed me with open arms. They really did, and I loved it.
Particularly Michael Irvin, who the year before you had stopped.
We battled my whole career. And he said, man, why don't we quit fighting each other and be teammates? I said, you know what? I like that. I like that. And to this day, man, that's one of my best guys. If I was to call him and face him and put him on the screen, he is so ignorant. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. But you would love. Who do we call in here one day?
Snoop.
We called Snoop. We called the D.O. double, didn't we?
Yeah. Dallas was the most home locker room.
Atlanta was the most home locker room because it was truly home, but Dallas was the next best thing too. I love Dallas. I still, have a home in Dallas. That's where we reside when we're not here, and then we love it.
Yeah. But football-wise, that was where you became known as taking half the field away. And kind of
I was known for that before then, but winning gives you a different aroma. Like winning, making straight A's, being the head of your classes and being someone that you're dependable, it puts you in a whole nother genre, puts you in a whole nother class. I had just as good a season with Atlanta in '93 that I did in '94, but I was with a winning team in '94. So now I'm Defensive Player of the Year, and I'm the same guy that was doing the same thing with this team, but this team was not good. So be careful of the company you keep. That's a great segue. That's a great segue. Be careful of the company you keep, because if you're amongst winners, you're gonna look like a winner. If you're not, you're not. Just simple as that.
Washington era.
I remember choosing a team, and I'm thinking, okay, we could have one more like blaze and make it to the playoffs, win a Super Bowl. I'm thinking that team was close the year prior. I could join it, give them that little oomph. We get over that hump like we did with the previous two teams. Like we won a Super Bowl, you know, in San Fran. Went to Dallas, we won a Super Bowl there. 5 years later, I'm trying to recreate that moment, and it just wasn't recreatable because it just the fire wasn't as lit as it once was, and I knew I was coming home. Like coming home means you want to walk away. Any athlete, you want to walk away from the game. You don't want the game to walk away from you. When the game walks away from you, it's not a good thing because you're still holding on to something that's not holding on to you back. Sort of like a relationship in college. See, somebody's dealing with that right now saying, darn it, how did you know? But you want to be able to walk away from it, and I was able to walk away from the game with my head held high, thinking, you know what, I did everything I could, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Have no regrets. But 3 years later, I'm out there playing with my kids, Shiloh and Shedeur, like coaching their teams on the property. I'm at home, I'm playing a home game for real. Building the field right there, I'm coaching my kids on the property. And I get a call from Ray Lewis and a couple of my guys, Corey Fuller in Baltimore, saying, look, man, a couple of our corners went down. We want you to come out. I said, man, you lost your mind. I ain't ran in years. Like, I'm good. I'm straight. Look, man, please, wait, hold on 1 second. Let me let you hear the birds. Tweet, tweet, tweet. You hear that? That's peace. I don't want to play no football. I mean, it was kind of like that. But they talked me into it. So I went back to play football at 37 years old. And I chose number 37 after I've been 21 my whole career. So I wanted them to know I'm 37 out there playing a childish game at 37 years old. So that's why I went back to Baltimore. And I was injured for 2 years during that. I played well when I played, but I was injured as well. Those old bones wasn't what they used to be. And then when I walked away from that, I really walked away. The last game I knew that was it. I was not coming back. It was over. It was a wrap. And I went to television and broadcasting.
Yeah.
I think that's what some of the stations and networks and all the people who talk about us, they forget that I did that during their 20 years before I started coaching nationally. I coached kids, during their whole life, but nationally. So I understand how the media works. I understand their ploys. I understand their attacks. I understand all that. So I've taught my kids how to handle the media. And on the way over here, before we was in my office, we were just listening to, this was the first day of minicamp for the Browns. And Shedeur had pressers today, and he killed them with pressers. And it was just, some of it was hilarious because I know him like a book. So he killed the pressers today, which was really, really funny. One of the funniest Sanders type pressure was, it was like a family thing, right? It was like a family thing. They said, well, you had a lot of success. Did they say success or you were really good?
Oh, today, you were the man.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said, you're the man in Jackson, when you first got to college, you're the man in Colorado, and you're not the man anymore. He said, that's a lie. He said, I am the man. I don't subscribe to how you look at me. You think I look at me like you look at me? I look at myself in a whole different perspective. But it was like I was whispering in his ear what to say, and he killed it. And I was so proud of him, Now we're waiting on them to call us back so we could clown about the other Q&As that was there. And he did a great job. I was proud of him.
Well, he had one last year that we talked about last semester during football where somebody was asking why he got pulled, late in a drive. And
you know what? I will comment on that. He definitely killed him. And I love that. I like his confidence. For somebody that don't play sports and have never played sports at a high level, to be asking you questions, you're not asking them questions. They asking you questions, and they got the nerve to tell you that you're not the man. And first of all, you only in year 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even get a chance to actually show yourself because of the Browns situation, not because of your abilities. And they gonna tell you that you're not the man. Get the fuck out of here. Come on now. That's why we watching this. Give me 1 second.
He stopped the whole press conference and said, "You're asking me to throw my teammates and my coach under the bus. You're trying to make us fight.
I'm not doing that.
And I'm just not doing that. I'm here to do whatever they need me to do to win." And I just, in that moment, like, that's different. You just don't normally see a rookie respond that way to the
It was
media.
different today. You got to watch the rest of the press
Yeah.
conference because it was funny. They asked, there was some tempting questions, and you're not media savvy, you'll fall for it. And he didn't take the bait.
So you've been coaching your family on media savviness the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to do fake interviews. We used to do interviews. He's always with the camera. We used to do the interviews. We used to be out there in the country, you know, once we moved outward, and I would sit him in the chair, and we would do interviews. Who are you?
Shedeur Sanders, starting quarterback for Trinity Christian.
Are you good?
I'm not good. I'm great.
Who told you that?
I always believed it ever since I was born. I knew I was going to be great one day, so now I am.
Ever since I was born was crazy.
You said you knew one day. What day was that?
Whenever I started playing football.
So you was nice like that from the jump?
I mean, it took time to get to where I am now, but then ever since 7th grade.
Where are you now? You saying where you are now?
I'm at the top, and I'm going to stay at the top. I'm working to get better.
How you going to stay at the top?
Work every day, train with the best people, work with my quarterback coach, and just study film.
Like you guys gonna make it one day. Let's get ready for it. And we would do interviews. And I remember we were in the airport one time, waiting on the connect, and we were like in the Admirals Club, and they took us in this room where we had a whiteboard and all that. I was up there right next to the nose, like, okay, what do you do? What do you read on this? What do you read on that? Like, we've always been a football family. And I remember when he was playing, when I was with the Cowboys, his locker, he had mine, like said Prime or whatever, on my locker, and his was like Deion Jr., and he had his own locker with his own little uniform, and when I practiced, he was on the other field having a whole game by himself, like he was just having an imaginary game. And when he got old enough to play, I hired one of the videographers to film every one of his games. So if I couldn't make it, because we practiced on Saturday morning as well, I had them film it so I could watch it right after if I wasn't there. So I've always tried to break my neck to be there for their events, so they could never say I was an absentee father. And linger on it. If you say something really profound, you might take it down or take it up. Yeah, to get everybody to lean in. Like I could say something really profound. Like I'm the best thing since peanut butter and jelly. See, when I go down, you gotta lean in and listen a little more. Or I could take you up to really make it profound. But when I take you up, I'm gonna look in that corner and look in that corner to make sure I grabbed everybody in the room. And then I'm gonna just pick certain people that I'm gonna try to hit while I'm talking this whole time. So I'm gonna try to captivate the whole darn room in one form or fashion. So by the end of it, I've communicated with almost everybody there. So it's an art and it's a gift to everything. Like if I was just coming here and it was a social and we were eating or dining, I call it the four corners in the middle. Like I'm gonna go to the four corners of the room. I'm gonna greet you over there, shake hands, talk to you, talk to you, talk to you, talk to you, talk to you in the middle, then I'm out. I'm not gonna stay too long. Because you undervalue me, you underappreciate me if I stay too long.
You know what? That's actually some real shit. I hope y'all listening. That's some solid shit right there. Like, you ever notice, like, for example, when you first arrive to a place, everybody's happy to see you. Jumping up and down, basically appreciating your existence. And the longer you're there, the longer they stay, it's the more they start to not give a fuck that you are there. I low-key might have to follow that whole little pattern. We're gonna be at places for a short time, but it's gonna be a good short time. Actually, I'm dead ass about to actually put this in my notes. Like, yeah, this is a learning experience for all of us. Write this shit down. He said four corners in the middle. It's not profound game. It just it gives you a perspective on life that's different than the one you already have. And that's what's profound about it. It's like watching a life hack video. Like you just watch somebody do some weird shit with some basic shit that you do every day, but they did it a bit differently. I'll let y'all know how it goes.
Hit, you can't say you didn't see me. You can't say I wasn't sociable.
Facts.
And then I end up in the middle where all the areas can see. Then I'm out. It's like strategies that I've come up with over the years to make sure I'm good.
Oh shit.
Do you share these strategies with your players as you're coaching them?
Yeah, I share a little too much with them. I love these young men. I think this team here is really going to be something that's going to be good. I sat in the chair and watched film on every last one of these kids and handpicked them. So I really like what I'm seeing, and I like who they are. They're good people. They're good persons. And I think we had up to 11 captains were captains of their respective teams before they came here. So that's a lot of leadership in the room as well.
To say anything, we stuck to the game plan, we did what we're supposed to do, there's no I in team and all of that, but your players actually say some things.
Well, I want them to be unapologetically you. Like if you're not unapologetically who you are you? I don't want you to sit here and play trick or treat and hide and go seek with me. Let's be honest, let's be straight up. I want them to be them like if they score, celebrate. Don't get us a penalty, celebrate, do your darn thing. Don't cost me 15 yards, but do your thing. All right? I just told a kid the other day, look, man, I'm putting you in this position. This is why. Because I want you to watch the draft. This position don't make a lot of money, but this position I'm putting you at makes a lot of money. Get your butt in shape in off season. Do this, do that, do that. I guarantee you're going to go really high in the draft, and you're going to look at me and thank me. And I'm not going to say you're welcome. I'm going to say I believe in you. I just want you to believe in you the way I believe in you. And those are the type of conversations that we may have on a daily. I may find somebody else that next day, maybe bring these 5 guys to the office. I need to talk.
Bro, I can't wait to speak life into my offspring like this. No matter how many children I have, if I'm blessed to live long enough to be able to give them some understanding, I can't wait to speak life into them. And for them to understand that you don't got to be as low as you feel right now. There's more to come in this life. You got a path that you got to be set on and understand you're going to get hit. You're going to give hits. You're going to be down. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to knock another nigga down. But you still got to get up. Make the best out of it. I can't wait to do that, bro.
And that's how I move.
It made me think about getting into coaching. Go back to the hood. Go up to Manual Arts one time while during football season. I actually might do that this year. We'll see how it goes. On some alumni shit, see what it looked like. See if I can speak some life into some young men.
Well, it seems to work. Whatever we want to say about what happens on the field in a given season, a lot of NFL players are coming out of this program now. And are you proud of that, watching your other children?
I'm okay with that. Not as many as we want. I'm okay with that. Because, like, I could tell you, this class is going to be over in about 40 minutes. I want you to prepare. All right, start getting your stuff together, put your laptop down, all that, and you're still there with your laptop up. Okay? Now class is over, and we got surprises outside, and the first 10 people get there, but your laptop was still up, so you didn't have a chance to get there, but I told you what was going to happen. That's how it is. I'm telling you, if you don't do this, you're not going to go pro, and you don't have a plan B. So now I'm upset because I'm trying to prepare you that, guys, it's going to rain. I'm giving you umbrellas, and you don't want to put them up. And that irritates you as a coach, as a man, because you're looking out for these young men like they're my kids. It's not like I'm just coaching them like they're my kids. I want them to make it in life, not just in sports, but as a man. I want them to make it. And you try to prepare them for what's next, and oftentimes they don't want to be prepared. It's not until they hit them in the face that, like, do you know, I say things like, do you know, To move from here to Florida, to take all your stuff once the season is over, that's going to be about $3,500, $4,000. Correct? Right? Moving company? Where you moving it to? You still got any NIL money left? Or did your family exhaust it? Or did your friends exhaust it? Or did you exhaust it around your neck, around your wrist? Or you driving in it? So where you going? What's your plan? Okay, it's gonna last probably about 3-4 months and you're gonna run out of rent money. What you gonna do now? What's next? What you gonna do? What's your degree in? Is it something that you really like? No, you just took the easy route so you could get some so you could graduate. So now we're back to step one. Now you're gonna be a child again. Not understanding the way. So these are the type of conversations we have, but this stuff is real, and it happens every year.
Difficult, like when you were putting on this persona for like the media and for cameras, like to figure out who you were, like when the cameras are off?
No, I always knew there was a distinct difference. Like even right now, I'm not probably who you think I am. Until I told you I didn't drink or smoke and use profanity, you didn't know that. I'm in bed by what time, son?
About 7.
They know not to call me after that. Like I'm this is the persona, but this is the man. Like, let me see.
Hey, I think we can all learn from that, going to sleep early. At this point in my life, I don't know if I could just say, hey, I'm going to be asleep at 11. I would say not 11, but 7. There's so much shit still going on after. I think that's some shit you can do, like, obviously, if you, got your own estate or your own area. I don't know, bro. That just seems like a crazy time to go to sleep. There's so much shit that can happen from 8 to 12 o'clock. I don't know. I'll try it for a week and let y'all know.
Give it to me, Lord. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is not the Terminator. He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, like Eddie Murphy is not the clump guy. He's not that guy. He's Eddie Murphy. Like it's a persona. It's something that I had to do to make sure my mother never worked another day of her life. So I'm not mad. I know how to manipulate it and I know how to win with it. But some of those things are so detached from me. That's not really who I am. The problem I have is people judge me because of that. Yeah. And they don't even take the time to know you. They just think that's who you are. Right.
So one of the things in this class we've talked about is things we've said about you is you're a very successful celebrity and that you always seem to have known who you are, even with all that other stuff going on. How do you keep that grounded?
I didn't get lost in it. First of all, I didn't have the enhancement of drugs. Like all the stupid stuff I did that stupid stuff. Like I was not medicated or motivated by any drugs. Like, I really did that. Like, so a lot of people take a long time to understand who they are because of success and because of finances. One thing about money, I'm gonna give you the secret of money. Money makes you more of whom you really are. If you're an idiot, you're gonna be a fool with money.
I'm stupid with money. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. Every time I get money, I'm trying to make something possible for somebody else. I'm always buying little gifts on the low. Just buying somebody some random shit they ain't even asked for. That shit is really stupid. I'm going to say that right now.
If you're drunk, you're going to be an alcoholic.
They don't appreciate it. They don't want it.
With more money. You know, if you're a ladies' man, you're going to be a whoremongerer with money. That's just who you're going to be. Like, money accelerates everything that you are. So you got to understand when you guys make it, and some of you in here are going to be tremendously successful, you need to make sure you have money. Don't let money have you. And that's one thing that I've taught my kids. You know, they're going to stunt. They're going to have the jury. They're going to have the thing because they grew up with it. They grew up watching their daddy stunt. So that's just what we do in our family. But we understand what money is and how money works for us, and we want to be a blessing to others as well. Like, all my kids are natural givers. If we told you some of the stories that truly happen inside their locker room, giving and looking out for other people, you probably wouldn't believe it, because the media would never report it. But we're natural givers, and we love uplifting. We're not going to see nobody on fire right now and not throw a bucket of water on him. We're going to make sure he's straight. Then we're going to clothe him after we get him undressed with the clothes off of him, making sure he's straight. That's just how we get down.
You have an amazing perspective as a father.
I respect that. That's the type of energy that as a species we need to be on. Take that in. Because every day online they preach for self. You really think that you were born into this cycle of humanity where there's about 8 billion other human beings on this earth from all different ages to be all about self? You might be stupid then. Don't fall for it.
Pro athlete, coach, multiple levels. You've also put multiple kids through college during this NIL era. What is it that you think the athletes and their support systems are missing in this era?
Truth.
And what can you tell them? Those agencies?
They're missing the truth.
The truth.
Agencies just want to make 20% off them. First of all, I don't know how in the world an agent in the pros make at the most, I say 4% of an athlete. But in this NIL era, these guys get 20%. And you don't have a license. Where they do that at? Then I'm gonna tell you what else they're doing. They're not paying taxes on the 20. They're letting you pay taxes on the 100. And you only supposed to pay taxes on your 80. Not the 20. I'm just saying that you got $100,000. They get 20. You take it home 80. Not paying taxes, you left with the bill. You left with the bag. And they're not being taught how to manage finances, and that should be the main thing that you got. You know what, I don't know what basic studies is here. I don't know what it was when I was playing. But you guys should have financial literacy, man. Like, really. Everybody, it should be mandatory financial literacy. One, like, I don't know if they still do 1101, 1102, but they did back in the day. They should have financial literacy, should be one of the first classes. And I love college with all my heart, but I wish you guys would really be taught more about life. College is one thing, but life is gonna life. It's gonna life you. Somebody's gonna die in your family. How you handle it? How you bounce back? How you get over the hump? How you get over the struggle? Someone's gonna exhaust finances. How do you deal with it? Someone's family's gonna go through divorce. How do you deal with separation? Someone's kid is gonna be on Wild and Out, and I ain't talking about the TV show. How you deal with that? Like, it's gonna be things that happen, and you gotta be prepared to deal with those obstacles and instances. But you gotta deal with them while you're moving. You guys deal with them and slow down and stop and just let it beat you down in one spot. And you're not moving anymore, you're not progressing. You're not advancing. You're just sitting there taking it, having a pity party, instead of just keep on keeping on. You gotta keep on keeping on. You gotta keep on moving. Great question.
Bro, that's real shit,
Next.
man.
Yes, ma'am.
So I
already kind of spoke on it earlier, so I ain't gonna pause it too long. Bro, you just gotta keep moving. What's that shit with Kid Cudi and Kanye? I'm so reborn. Keep moving forward. Hey, you just have to. Life doesn't permit us to be stuck like that. Because you just gotta hold two hands up. The left hand is where you started. The right hand is your death date. Every day you moving closer to then. There's no stopping. Unless you figure out the way to travel through time and stop aging and become immortal. That's just inching closer every day. The date is set already. The end day is already set. What you do as you moving closer and closer and closer and closer, you can't afford to have them hiccups of just being fucked up. That's from experience. I've been a young man and I've been fucked up. can't let that shit slow you down. I've wasted a lot of my life just being fucked up, depressed, all that type shit, wanting to blow my brains out. You know how it is. Don't let that shit fuck you up.
Actually have a really good family friend. If an injury comes, if they don't make it all the way, whatever, because you talked a lot about being yourself outside of athletics, outside of the media, like what advice would you give to someone who their whole life is their athletic career?
Let me tell you about an injury. You're talking about a physical injury.
And like your, life career.
You guys deal with mental injuries. You guys deal with psychological injuries. We just deal with the physical injury. And guess what? That's going to heal. But when you start playing with that, and that injury start playing with that, all hell has broken loose. And how do you deal with it? Because you wrap your whole personality and your persona over a game. Do you understand?
Mental health, I look at, it's not necessarily the depressed shit. This is where I see is mental health now. If you start to get older and you might get sick or something, or, you feel like something's wrong, like, ooh, what's going on here? You always think immediately, oh, it's terminal or it's cancer, it's this and that. You'll get checked up. They tell you nothing's going on. But your brain is in such a comatose state of panic that your brain is literally thinking wherever you feel a bit of pain at, and you're thinking the worst. That's where I think mental health is an issue. I ain't talking about the being sad shit. That shit is some shit you have to overcome. The hard shit to overcome is to just put yourself back at peace again mentally, and believe in your ability to not only rebound and become better, but to be free of mental ailments and things that slow you down and keep you unconfident. Because your brain is saying, hey, I guess we sick now, even though shit ain't going on. But you gonna feel sick because your brain's saying, hey, we sick now. That's the shit we gotta overcome.
This game is like a carton of milk. It has an expiration date on it. And if you don't understand that, you're gonna be on the back of that same carton of milk, missing. This thing don't last long. The expectancy is 3.5 years of professional football. That's it. Then what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Who you leaning on? Like, you know what the real problem is? It's not that they're hurt, they're injured. It's not that. It's not that you're having a pity party. You know what the real problem is? Is he don't look at you the way he used to look at you. Because you're not affected anymore. Your teammates don't look at you the same because you're not playing. So the whole thing, the cliche of the NFL is, professional sport, out of sight, out of mind. You out of sight.
That shit happened to Klay Thompson. Not to talk about Klay, because he is a hot topic right now. But I'm bringing it up because I watched it in real time. It's happening to Alonzo Ball right now too, but it happened to Jello. But let's use Klay Thompson. So when he tore his ACL, when Danny Green intentionally hurt him, he had 30 points in 3 quarters and was looking to will his team to a victory by himself. So Steph Curry was not playing good. As much as people love to glaze Steph Curry, when the game gets tense and it's on the line, he is not performing. He makes a bunch of dumb passes. He don't hit the shots he usually hit. And they could be fucked up in the head. Klay Thompson's not one of those guys. When the pressure's on, he start hooping for real. He love that shit. Don't believe me? Go watch the 2019 finals against the Raptors again. Why do I bring this up? Once he got his ACL injury, he was slated to come back and still be potentially prime Klay Thompson, giving you about 24 a game, shooting 40% from 3. Can bump it up to 30 points a game if needed in the playoffs. Instead of that happening, tore his fucking Achilles. That's what, 2.5 years, 3 years of not playing basketball. In between that time, Steph Curry is the only one hooping and shooting. They went from Splash Brothers to Steph Curry. It went from, this is a big 3, to Steph Curry, even though Klay is still giving you 19 points a game, playing solid defense off 2 career-ending injuries. Like Steph Curry right now, he just shot 4 of 16 in a play-in game. You didn't see them say, hey, remember, never forget Steph Curry went 4 of 16 in a play-in game and lost. They don't say shit like that. They'll tell you, oh, Klay Thompson went 0 for 10 and all. They'll say some shit like that. The way that the media has shifted to attack this man, all in the time that he was out of sight, out of mind, is completely sickening. And he's giving you some real game right now. That's why I'm pausing it. This is some real shit. We got to watch it in real time. I got to watch the second greatest shooter of all time go from being loved and revered and appreciated by everybody to being shit on every fucking day. So much so that even this new hoe can put smut on his name, and all these other hoes is talking shit about him every fucking where.
The cliche of the NFL is he
Listen to this
don't
game,
look
man.
at you the way he used to look at you, because you're not affected anymore. Your teammates don't look at you the same because you're not playing. So the whole thing, the cliche of the NFL is, professional sport, out of sight, out of mind. You out of sight, you out of mind. We ain't got time for it, man. I tell my kids right now, if you injured, shut up. You have no say-so. Nothing. I don't want to hear you coaching nobody up. I don't want to see you doing no criticizing, chastising. They don't want to hear from you. It was probably Monday. Okay? Tuesday came. January, February, March, it's gonna come. With or without you. So if I were you, I would pack up your luggage and get to going and get to moving. Because life goes on. That's what grown folks understand. That's what we're trying to get you youngsters to understand. Life goes on. It don't stop for nobody. No matter what the ailment, no matter what's going on, no matter what the trial or tribulation, life goes on. Some of you are in, like in high school, love. I mean, love. I can't give a lot. Timmy's everything to me. You ain't thought about Timmy in how long? You know why? Because Bob is here now. Oh, Lord, thank you. I'm having fun now. Next question.
So you've obviously gone through a lot of transition in your life, and I'm just curious, like, what is your biggest advice on transition, especially as college students, and we're just life is constantly changing?
Be unapologetically you. Find out who you are, what you are, how you are, what you could condone. Just you. Find out you. Like when you look in the mirror, we looking at everything but who we are. We're looking at the hair, the earrings, the blush, the little lipstick. You got it. You put it on today. But what about you? That mirror ain't telling you who you are. So you got to really find, and that's what college is for to me. I love the education part. I love all that. I've been through all that. But to find myself, that's the fertile ground for you to find yourself. And I would definitely locate me before I leave here. You don't want to leave here and not locate you. Because you could get lost in all this. What is it, 38,000 on the campus, whatever? It's crazy. That's a lot of people, man. You could get lost in that. Then you could get lost in just seeing the same people all the time. And you start to thinking, that's just your world. Just get up and come sit over here. It's a whole new world over here. You know how many times, like as adults, we thought this was it because we get up, we drive, we stop and get gas at the same station, and we go to work. We come back home, we may stop and get something to eat, we may stop to get our hair done, nails done, whatever, manicure, pedicure. Then you mess around and move and you realize it's a whole new world across town, right? What city I live in?
Kent.
Longmont. You said Kent. Longmont. Like it may be a whole new way in Longmont than it is in Boulder. But you only know Boulder. You haven't been anywhere, done anything, especially out of the country. Different, I don't like to go anywhere. I don't know why I'm talking about out in the country. I don't go anywhere. But I mean, it's just a whole new, and honestly, I've been working so hard and so focused on like winning and developing and kids and everything. Like I hadn't really had a great time. Once I beat cancer and kicked his butt, I said, you know what, brother, you get ready to live. So I start living, start vacationing more, start doing more things, and they're happy. They love it. They love it. Because they think they're going to get more. So that's what it is. Good. I like your shirt.
Thank you. From being a player to being a team personality to then coaching, how do you like stay in love with the game and continue learning through all the changes and then
one at a time? I can remember all that.
Okay, yeah. How do you like through it all? How do you like continue to learn the game and how do you stay in love with it through the process?
The game don't change. People do. So you're not learning the game because the game is the same. We get 4 downs, you score a touchdown and 6 points, field goals, 3 points, 1 point, extra point. Like the game is the same. People change. So you got to get to learn new people, new nuances of it.
That's real shit. Because I find myself not giving a fuck about football now because of the people that have changed. Like, I can see the future already and say to myself, bro, as soon as Derrick Henry stops playing, I'm not going to watch football anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of me watching football? Derrick Henry isn't on the field. But I have to sit here and find interest in someone else. And I'll be honest. The best part about it is I did love Shedeur's game. I loved his game since I seen him play at Jackson State. I seen him play some in high school, but he was running a lot then. He still ran a lot in college, but he really turned into like a Tom Brady-esque passer. I mean, the ball he throws is a little wobbly. The spiral ain't always tight, but it always got where it's supposed to go. And that's what I looked at, like, oh, this nigga getting it done. Now I got another interest in football. Same thing with basketball. When LaMelo was hurt, Lonzo was hurt, Jello wasn't playing basketball, nigga, I didn't give a fuck about basketball. Klay Thompson was hurt. It was some of the worst times on planet Earth for me. I was under attack. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Not that I rely on that type of stuff, but these are people that I've invested in as far as my time and my interest. Everybody was hurt all around the same time. And when you fall in love with players and not the game, as the players leave, your love for the game does also. And that's kind of why I was talking about earlier. I might have to see about coaching or something to where I just have an appreciation for it. I don't got that right now. Like, I promise you. Once Brian and the niggas we know don't play basketball, like, what we going to be interested in?
The game, new staffs, new coaches, new assistants, new GAs, new all of that. Because the game is going to really stabilize itself and it's going to be the same. And you grow because of situations. Like, I was in a situation that I had the luxury of having a guy that had my last name that played quarterback. I hadn't worried about that position since he was 5. I got 9. I'm good. I ain't worried about this game. We straight. If it gets tight, he got us. So a year ago was the first time ever. It taught me a lot. Like how valuable that position really is. That's why they make the most money in the NFL and college NILs as well. But I never.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it. That's real shit. Whenever it became clutch time, Shedeur Sanders turned the fuck up, nigga. That's what I love. I love clutch players. Whenever it entered a moment of, all right, we got to score this touchdown and win, he got it done. He is amazing in that 2-minute situation. I don't know how we could turn 2-minute football from him into the entire game at the NFL level, but he's amazing in that 2-minute drill, bro. I tell you, 100% glaze.
I had that thought process until a season ago. So you learn a lot, you grow a little bit, and you start saying, I got to do this. And some moves you make, it's going to hurt some people, but you got to do what's best for the majority of the people. Yeah. Sometimes you may have to hurt 2 to satisfy 100. And I'm cool with that.
Like you're saying that you vacation more and you're trying to enjoy again. When you're spending so much time in the building and when you're spending so much time focused on football and it's such a time-consuming job, how do you manage to separate football? And you're saying Shedeur was your quarterback since he was 5. How do you separate football, family, or just football and life? And
I've never had a problem separating it, even though my kids played for me. Like they knew, like, and they used to always say, "You gonna be dad or you gonna be coach?" Like, he had the funniest quote I think I've ever heard from one of my kids, because we're in Texas, we fight cancer, and he's there with me every day. Like so finally I started getting healthier and start gaining a little weight back, and I said, you know, son, let's go play tennis. You know, we got tennis court, turf, it's not hard on my foot. You know, he don't really know how to play, but I'm trying to teach him. I just had lessons, so I'm learning. And I was coaching him. We got the lobster machine that shoots us like 150 balls, and we just go on there. And tell him what you said, though. Tell him in your language what you said.
Well, he out here, coaching me like, I forgot. I said, nah.
He said, we got to get back. We got to get back.
We got to hurry up and get back. He out here coaching me like I'm on the team or something. Yeah.
He used profanity, and they usually don't use profanity.
Yeah.
He said, I was coaching the you-know-what out of him. We got to hurry up and get back to Boulder, because I'm ready to coach again now. Like, I was coaching every swing, every follow-through, everything. Because now I start feeling that coaching bug again. Like, I got to get back in and go get it. So that was hilarious. If two fools are arguing, they don't know who the fool is. I don't fight down. I don't even fight up. You know, I don't engage in that frivolous stupidity. I don't, anger, tweet, or post. I don't do all that, man. I'm trying to inspire you guys. I want you to win. I ain't got time for little personal battles because you messed up your life. One thing he also said too, somebody was on my kids about, their lifestyle and their life. And he had one of the coldest quotes. He got a bunch of them. He said, don't get mad at me because my dad did what he's supposed to do. He said, you would be upset if your daddy did what he's supposed to do. And my father put me in the place I was supposed to be in. Now it's on me to continue it. Don't be mad at me. And I love it. I love that response. I love that answer. But I don't trip. I don't trip and fall over foolishness. They've been talking about me all my life.
How he feels that people are focusing more on like the athlete's like personal profile, and from that there can be a lot.
Look at all these potential NFL wives. I know it's a black nigga going crazy looking at this cast of women here. These are just these are regular women within their culture. But it's some black man looking at this like he stumbled upon one of those treasure coves in the fucking Indiana Jones. All these white, dirty blonde to blonde, brunette haired white women. That's a nigga losing his mind in that motherfucker.
Media pressure, so I was wondering, like, how do you prep your players to not fall into that media pressure?
How is there pressure? How is there pressure? See, it's the generation. How is the media pressure? You're on campus, you're making money to do something that you should be doing for free or you could be doing for free. Where's the pressure? Where's the pressure? To run out there in front of a packed house of your peers?
Well, I would say like more of like they're like how they might act in the media or just like in person to people if they are getting like, I don't know, more attention. Then
the one thing about this generation, they love attention. That's why everybody got one of these. And you don't put it away from you, it's right beside you. You go crazy when you can't locate it. Love attention. Everybody got a personal profile and everybody want followers. Who in here don't want followers? Maybe one or two. Everybody else in here wants followers. That means you want attention. But the problem is when you get it and it's not the attention that you want, and here comes the pity party. It's not pressure. You know what pressure is? Single mama, got 3 kids and 1 job. And ain't no man nowhere to be found. And she's trying to take care of them babies. Somebody laying on the bed right now in the hospital. CU Health. With cancer. Told them they got a few days to live. And no one has come there to see him. Like it ain't pressure, man. It's just life you guys are dealing with. And sometimes it's self-inflicted wounds. Like you guys are pointing the gun at yourselves instead of just having a wonderful time. Look at this. All the trees are green, the grass is green, everything is well manicured, and you hollering pressure. This ain't pressure. Do you understand in our generation what we grew up with?
Hitting them with the old head shit now. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, old people love saying that. Tell you about how he used to walk 42. Hold on. My fault, my fault. Got a phone call, obviously, if you probably heard it. But they gonna tell you how they walk 42 miles to school. They used to travel up a mountain every day. Blisters on their feet and shit. Now look, I'm not against it. Like, I ain't hating. I'm just saying that like shit is a little different now, man. Like the pressure of performance among peers every single day is way different than what it used to be. Back then, you know, your life was your life and it was private. And when people didn't see you, they didn't know what you did. Now it's like, even if you don't see a nigga, you can kind of know. Somebody said something online, you seen it. It's like, you know, all I'm trying to say is it's different than before, man.
That was pressure. That was pressure.
But a lot of it is self-inflicted. Let's make that clear. A lot of us are really beating ourselves up. We you know, we, for lack of words, we slitting the wrist, and then we taking a pic and telling people that we bleeding.
That was pressure. That was true pressure. This is not pressure. And matter of fact, let me tell you something about pressure. Apply it. Don't subscribe to it. Apply it. Apply pressure. Don't receive it.
Only athlete to play an NFL game and an MLB game in the same day. How have you been able to juggle like the hardships of being an MLB professional and an NFL professional?
That's a long time ago. There ain't no juggling. It's something I did as a kid. So you think I'm going to subscribe to somebody telling me what I can't do as an adult? Because everybody was telling me I can't play two sports at the same time. Never did it. Bo Jackson never told me that. But all the fools that couldn't even ride a darn bicycle and chew gum at the same time had the audacity to have a comment. No. The guys that did it, and it's so many more young men that can do it. They don't allow them to. And they allow that to happen.
That is a problem, real quick, and we're going to let it ride out after this. There's too many people nowadays that are insignificant physically and mentally that have a very strong opinion. And it doesn't mean that you can't share your thoughts. What it means is your thoughts have to come from a position of understanding what you lack and building it up before you really have a strong opinion. So, for example, niggas be out here at 5'6", talking shit, trying to make fun of people. And I see those same people in person, and it's like talking to a child, if you will. Like, what I'm saying is, like, the fact that this is the nigga that was talking so crazy online. When I see him in person, I have to bend my neck down to look at him and see the small frame, the small insignificant frame. It doesn't mean you can't have an opinion if you're incapable. What it means is your opinion needs to come from an understanding that we are all human, and mistakes are made at all levels of life. It doesn't matter how great you are. You can make the mistakes of the nigga who's also the small, frail human being. But it be those niggas that's out here talking crazy, talking about they whoop your ass, talking about all this other shit. And it's like, for example, right? I played football and offensive lineman. Most people will never know what it's like to have to move a man off his spot against his will for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And to have to do that almost every day. I'm not doing that anymore, clearly. But what I'm saying is I had an experience. You had to get low and really put your hands on a man, drive your feet, and put his ass in the dirt. And guess what? I didn't win every interaction. Sometimes I'm on the ground looking up at the sun and stars, and another nigga's completely dominated me. Pause. So when you get these experiences in life, it puts you into a humble perspective of shit can happen. But it's these niggas that never did nothing and ain't shit that got some of the strongest opinions on the planet Earth.
No, the guys that did it. And it's so many more young men that can do it. They don't allow them to. And they allow that to happen. And I don't understand that. How in the world, since I forgot what was our last year doing two sports, there hadn't been another person. It don't make sense. That means you guys are letting them dictate your life. It's like right now, they're playing one sport in high school now, not 2 and 3, which don't make no sense to me. When you're doing multiple things, and life requires you to juggle multiple things simultaneously, that prepares you for this. Good question, though.
Are you proud of Travis going both ways when everybody's trying to tell him not to?
I'm proud of Travis, period, just by the man he is, and the athlete he is, and the human being he is, now the father he is. I'm proud of him, period.
During the sports industry, what is one old school communication skill that you think is actually...
Give me what industry you're talking about.
Like anything that they're interested in, whether that's marketing or working with athletes.
He wants to know what you're interested in.
Okay.
There you go.
Partnerships, connecting athletes to brands. What is one old school communication
Let's go
skill?
back. How do you do that? How do you connect me to a brand? How do you get to me to connect me to a brand? How do you reach me to connect me to a brand?
I mean, solid interactions and building a relationship.
How you get to me on this campus? You can't get to me.
No.
So let's think about that. Let's flush this out.
Instagram at this point.
What's your biggest tool that you have?
Social media.
There you go. You got a phone. You got a phone. You could get at me through him. You could get at me through somebody else. You could just, hey. Then sooner or later he gonna say, hey man, this girl is just blowing me up. She's getting on my nerves. Can you please call? That's what he's gonna say. And he goes, would you please sit down with her now? You gotta shoot your shot. Now you're gonna have 5 minutes. Let's go. Let's get it. Sell me. Sell me on you.
Persistence.
The 5 minutes is right now.
So I guess, now that we have social media involved, I guess what I was asking is like, what's more valuable now that technology is involved? But I guess incorporating it into how you connect people.
And relationships.
Yeah.
I gotta trust you before I can do anything with you. If I don't trust you, it's not gonna happen. I don't care how much money I think you can make. If I don't trust you, it's not gonna happen. Do not ever eliminate the trust factor in life. That's what I deal with. I don't hire a coach unless I knew him, unless somebody recommended him to me, that I trusted, that I believed in, because I can't hire you and now you're a fool inside the building. I can't do that. So it has to be trust. Even with reporters that, I had a meeting with 3 reporters yesterday that are our writers and journalists from the team that I told them last press conference, I said, we gotta have a better relationship. You guys just writing stuff and you just throwing stuff against the wall, and I can tell you if it's true or not. Some of the stuff I don't have no idea where you get it. Let's have a better relationship. So I invited 3 over yesterday and we talked for about an hour. Just try to bridge a better relationship so they could get to know me more, so they could get to know where I'm headed, where I'm going. And then if they need knowledge of a certain situation, I can tell them. I'm not gonna throw a kid under the bus, I don't do that, but I'll let you know where the bus is. But I'm not gonna throw him. I'm gonna tell you the bus is right there. He's coming right there. Did I answer it? Okay? I'll try better next time.
What is your favorite part about being a coach?
That's a really good question. My favorite part, I don't know if I have a favorite part. I love the role of leadership, and I take pride in it. I love that role. You don't have to be in the front to be a leader. You don't have to be in the back to be a leader. A leader finds his way in a leadership position. Like, the first one out of this room is not gonna be the leader. They just left first. Now, the last one is not a loser. They just happened to be last because they had to do something you didn't even see them doing. So I love that word though. I don't have captains on my team. I have leaders and I have dogs. Every dog ain't a leader.
That's real shit. I remember it takes me back to high school. I'm thinking to myself, like, the people we are appointing as leaders on this team, these niggas ain't leaders. The coach wouldn't even consider me as a position, in a position of leadership, considering the fact that I'm the only nigga that's out here that's going as hard as I can. Although I wasn't. But what I'm saying is, in comparison to the people around me, that's why I need to go ahead and reach out, try to get some footage, bro. I'm gonna show y'all what the fuck I'm talking about. But you gotta have competent men in position. And I ain't gonna front, this might really push me into the path of trying to coach. Like, I thought I was gonna bring it out when my son becomes of age. He's gonna be my proof of concept. The shit that I build with him is gonna be like, all right, he got something going on here. What is he doing different? Yeah, I might still do it that way. We'll find out.
Leader, and every leader ain't a dog. So I choose those myself. But it ain't no vote. It ain't nothing. It ain't what you think, is what I think and what I see, that guy's a bona fide leader. And I got quite a bit of them. But then as a dog, I had a kicker that was with me since high school, since Jackson State, Mata, who just left. I said, Mata, you've been my dude, for 4 years now, man. We coming down the home stretch. I say, what you want? You want the L or you want the D? He said, Coach, I'm a dog.
Hey!
Now, man, we coming down the home
Hey,
stretch.
man. Pause. I know that shit went through Bucky's head. You ain't gotta, Bucky don't gotta say shit for me to know that he said pause when that nigga said, do you want the D?
I say, what you want? You want the L or you want the D? He said, Coach, I'm a dog. He's a kicker. He said, Coach, I'm a dog. Mata probably missed maybe 5 or 6 kicks in his whole darn career from Jackson State to here. And I love him. He's like family, man. Yes, ma'am.
Did you always believe you were going to be a coach of a Heisman winner?
No.
Or a Heisman winner of like Travis Hunter?
No, you don't think like that when you coach. You don't think about like personal stuff. You think about you want kids to be great. And I never thought about coaching. It just happened, with my kids. I'm at their practice trying to be a great dad, got my cooler, got my chair, trying to do what dads do. I'm chilling, looking up, and I see kids from like 15 yards apart running. Hey, coach, that ain't the way you do that. Like, put them at 5 yards, they're gonna get hurt. So next thing you know, at 5 yards, okay, now they doing another drill, and they about to kill each other. I'm like, hey, coach, no. So I made up my mind, you know what? I'm coaching this whole practice at that point. And I'm just a dad. That's just how it happened. So now I found out in this little rich league, I call it the guarded gate league. You got a gate code to get in the gate. That's what every kid was, because I was living like over in that area. And now I'm raising cats instead of raising dogs. Okay, no killers over there. So now I got to go and register to be a coach in this league. And I was like, really, y'all? Y'all really got me doing this. Y'all really got me signing up. Yeah, Frisco Football League. That's what it was. You really got me signing up, and you're doing a background check and everything for me to be a coach of some darn, I think they were 7-year-olds. I think it was 5 and 7. We lied and said Shedeur was 6. Because I'm not trying to go to 2 practices, all right? Like, we're going to 1 practice. You're 6. Anybody say you're 6, all right? This is the year you were born. You're 6. Shallow 7. Like, 1 practice. That's what we're going to do. And I really had to sign up. And they had to vote on me. And guess what? They didn't vote on me. They voted for the other black dad. I said, all right. Because you get your son, and then, man, they gave us kids. I don't even know how to explain the kids they gave us. Like really. It was something to behold. So I turned them into crawlers. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Okay, I put them on their knees and I taught them how to crawl. So the line of scrimmage, if you guys know football, defensive lineman, you just crawl. So those guys are gonna fall over you, right? So now my other players could find out who's carrying the ball and just go get them because everybody's on the ground. So the crawlers did their job. And then the killers did their job. And we ended up winning. We ended up winning the championship. And they were hot. They were mad as I don't know what. And I didn't, you know, they can say about good sportsmanship, but the way that league did me, we tried to break the scoreboard on everybody. I tried to make sure every light on the scoreboard worked. That's the kind of dad I was because of what they did.
What actually?
Take your time. Take your time. There you go.
What are some things that from your time playing?
Hey, nigga. I don't know if he's special needs or not. But we gotta warm me up before I just go into that. Cause I'm the type of ignorance Coach Prime say, hey, nigga, hey man, you heard that shit. I mean, hey.
That's the kind of dad I was because of what they did.
You can't just tell me.
What actually?
Take your time. Take your time. There you go.
What are some things that from your time playing that you felt translated well to coaching?
That's a great question, my man. Give him a round of applause. Consistency, work ethic, study habits, and a study ability. Just going hard at all times. I mean, just I practiced like it was a game. So game felt like practice. It was simple to me. So all those different attributes, and I respected the game. I've always respected the game. Contrary to popular belief, I never talked junk to my opponent. Never said nothing derogatory to a coach. Like I never intercepted the ball and spanked him in his face. Like, yeah, you punk. I did. Like I was not that guy. I would high step and dance, but that's because that's what we did back in the day when we enjoyed ourselves and we had fun. We accomplished our mission. But belittling another man and downing another person was never my thing. I would never do that. That's a great question. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So much. Talking about your philosophy, Lord. He's going to go to his philosophy. How you doing?
Hi there.
I said, Lord, would you put it down? When I did, the best one is when I catch you because you ain't the man.
Yes, sir.
I said, that's a good one, that boy.
Oh, don't censor that, Bucky. We want to hear it.
Sounds like fucking, bro. You did that. You killed that.
Nice little Asian team on the campus.
That's a great interview, Dingo.
Shit. This one is tomorrow. So I mean, thank you guys for supporting the stream. Thank you for the likes. This one was pretty dope. They got Michael Beasley fucked up in that thumbnail. I wouldn't say I learned a lot because I've watched a lot of Coach Prime, so I expected half of it. But we still did a reaction to it regardless because we're going to support the content. So it is what it is. We love Bucky. We love Coach Prime. We love the Ball family, shit like that. Tomorrow we'll be doing a snow day at the Sanders compound, and we got this video too. A night in the studio with Jello. So this will be tomorrow. We'll knock those 2 videos out. So shout out to you guys for again the support. And we'll stream tomorrow. We finna get up out of here. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe if you like the content. Thumbs up, man.